गोर्खालीको छोरो हुँ म गोर्खे मेरो नाम आइलाग्ने शत्रुको म गर्छु काम तमाम इतिहास पल्टाएर या पुर्खालाई सोध जितेकै छौ संसारलाई वीर 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 गोर्खाली
There's one more famous thing about the Gurkhas, that once they take the kukri out of the scabbard, they do not put it back unless they draw blood. Hi, I'm Major Gaurav Arya, and I am at 58 Gorkha Training Center at Happy Valley, Shillong. This is the home of the Gurkhas. This beautiful forest hides one of India's premier training institutions, the 58 Gorkha Training Center. It is here that young boys coming from Nepal and other parts of India are trained to become legendary Gurkhas. With me here, I have Brigadier Mukesh Gurung, Sena Medal, who's the commandant of this training center. It is his responsibility to forge that steel that will one day be worthy of being called Gurkhas. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
And sir, I start off by asking you, what is it about, Gurkha soldiers coming from Nepal and Gurkha soldiers from all parts of India, because Nepal is a sovereign nation, and how did it all come about, sir? If you can give us a little bit of a background, a little bit of a history, to help us understand, help our viewers understand about the soldiers who come from Nepal.
First and foremost, Gaurav, on behalf of the Brigade of Gurkhas,
Yes, sir.
and on behalf of the team of officers and
Yes, sir.
men that I have here in 58 GTC Shillong,
Yes, sir.
a very hearty welcome to you
Thank you very much, sir.
and the team of Republic TV
Thank you very
to
much.
Shillong.
Thank you very much, sir.
Coming to the question of how the legend of the Gurkhas started,
Yes, sir.
somewhere around the 10th century, there was a hill dynasty known as the Mallas. So Nepal became part of that. And gradually towards the 17th century, one of his dynasty personnel by the name of Prithvi Narayan, he started expanding the Nepalese kingdom. And it is because of his endeavors that the Kumaon Hills and the Gadwal Hills became part of the erstwhile Nepalese kingdom. Now, this kind of an expansion of the his area inevitably brought him in conflict with the British then, who had already established themselves here in the plains of India.
Absolutely.
And this ultimately led to the Anglo-Gurkha wars of the early 1800s. Post this conflict, the British decided that it would be a great force multiplier to have the Gurkhas with such fighting skills to be part of the army. And that is how the recruitment of the Gurkhas into the British army started.
And till date we have...
And that legacy continues till
The
date.
legacy continues.
Post the British Indian Empire having, moved out from here.
There is much history that these young boys will carry. There is much of the past that they will carry. They have responsibilities. Sir, I wanted to ask you, and there is great curiosity in the minds of the viewers, that what is the legend of Sam Bahadur, sir? We know about Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw, a great legend who gave us the 71 victory. People in the army look at him as a father figure, as a guide, and he's a legend in all aspects.
Gaurav, first and foremost, as you're aware, the Field Marshal has passed away on 27th of June 2008.
Sure.
So may his soul rest in peace. And to talk about Sam is actually to talk about the Gurkhas. Now, all through this journey or his professional career, Sam, ever since he joined his affiliation with the 8 Gurkhas or the Gorkha Regiment at large, he actually endeared himself to not only the officers of the Gorkha Regiment, but to the men at large. And actually, legend has it that during one of his visits to the forward positions, he was visiting a Gorkha Regiment. And he always liked to interact with his men and troops. So he actually jumped into one of the trenches and he asked him, "Do you know who I am?" So that startled soldier in the trenches probably didn't know his full name. So he says, "Yes, I know." And he said, "What is it?" He says, "You're Sam Bahadur." And obviously, Sam was mighty pleased. And probably it was also because Gurkhas could do no wrong to Sam. And he carried on with that. And that is when the title of Sam Bahadur was given to Field Marshal Manekshaw. He endeared himself so much to the Gurkhas that when you take the name of Sam, it's not possible not to take the name of Gurkhas. And the reputation that Sam built, as you recount now, is also because even as the Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army, he always had the welfare of troops at his always foremost. And that's not for the Gurkhas, it's for everybody. So wherever he visited a garrison, he would always inquire about the junior-most soldier, his food, his living areas, the well-being of their families.
Absolutely, sir. One more example, you mentioned about him being concerned about the welfare of the troops. The story dates back to 1971 where the Pakistanis had surrendered and there were 92,000 plus prisoner of wars. And General Manekshaw, Sam Bahadur, even visited Pakistani prisoners of war and he would ask them, how are their living conditions? Is the food good? Are you happy? Just imagine an Indian general speaking to Pakistani soldiers, speaking to Pakistani prisoners of wars, and then telling them and asking them about their welfare and treating them like he would treat with love and affection his own troops. Viewers, I often say that the Indian army is not just a powerful army, it's also a moral army. We are not strong because we have weapons, we are strong because we are right. And who a better example to drive home this point than the legendary Sam Bahadur. I am at the 58 Gorkha Training Center here in Happy Valley in Shillong. And I'm standing here at the Sam Manekshaw Museum. This museum, in a small way, tries to explain the legend of the man who became Sam Bahadur. SHFJ Manekshaw was not just a general. He was an icon. He was a father figure. He was the man who gave us the victory at Bangladesh. But that is just a small part of Sam Manekshaw. In this museum, you will see letters, epaulets, swords, commendations from foreign countries, flags, everything that makes a military museum. But here, you will also feel the spirit of the legendary Sam Bahadur. Why was he called Sam Bahadur? Was it because of the Gurkha soldiers who loved him? Or because he came to be known by the troops that he loved so much? What is it about Sam Bahadur that made him a legend? This Sam Manekshaw Museum has some very interesting stuff. Uniforms, boots, accoutrements, which are directly part of the legend of Sam Bahadur. Come with me. Let's take a look. Look at this helmet here. This helmet has got 5 stars on it. These 5 stars represent that this is the helmet of a Field Marshal of the Army. These are the boots of Field Marshal Manekshaw. His cap, the P-cap, the ceremonial belt, and who can forget his famous uniform with all those ribbons and the 5 stars at the collar, the Field Marshal ranks, the belts here, both the belts, and the Field Marshal's baton with the Ashok's thumb in silver. The Field Marshal rank is a very unique rank. While it is an honorary rank, a person may keep this rank till the time he's living. They say that Field Marshals never retire. But Sam Manekshaw was a Field Marshal of Field Marshals. That Field Marshals do not retire is one thing. But with Sam Manekshaw, he never went away from our lives. He never will. he will live in the collective memory of an army and of a nation. I'm here at the Veer Sthal of the 5th and the 8th Gorkha Rifles. Behind me, carved on black granite, are names of those martyrs who have fought for the Paltan, for this army and for this nation. There are thousands of names, and they tell tales of valor and courage and actions beyond the call of duty in places like Mesopotamia, North Africa, Afghanistan, Kargil, Siachen Glacier, Kashmir, you name it. And the Gurkhas have shed blood there. Some blood was their own, but most of it was the enemy's. In front of me are these black, somber granite slabs with the names of martyrs written in gold. It's so sad when I touch this wall. They have left this wall blank deliberately. It is unfortunate. We want our braves to come back safely home. But this is the bitter truth of war and counterinsurgency operations. This wall has been left blank for the martyrs to come. That is the price one pays for defending India. And there are pillars and there are pillars and there are black granite pillars. All names written in gold. I really wish someday Indians would come here and see the freedom that we enjoy, the freedom that we take for granted, the happiness that we have with our families. It is protected by martyrs who shed blood. Even today as I speak, even today as I speak these lines to you, there is some soldier along the line of control who's probably breathing